Yeah. We back. Episode 6, live with Ep.05. We back. Happy Friday. We got a rainy day, but you know what? Everybody stay indoors and stay safe. Last week, people, was a good one. We had a little technical difficulty at the end because my Wi-Fi was trash. But I went to my homegirl Jazzy Jazz. I got the 1 gig internet, so we should be okay. We should be okay. So we're gonna test it out. You know what I'm saying? I got rid of the 300 speed. I got the 1 gig super internet. So we shouldn't have the problem from last week. But last week we had a good interview, man. We had my boy Gabi, aka Sosa. Episode 5, it was beautiful. He explained his journey. He explained where he came from, his security life, his cigar love, his bike love, softball love, and it was real cool, man, to talk to my brother. We don't see each other much. He made a big move to Florida, but I just want to appreciate. I just want to tell him how much I appreciate that he sat down with me. I know he's a busy man. He flies around and does a lot of business. So episode 5. Thank you, Gabi. Appreciate you. Episode 6 is I don't want to call him my little homie because when we was growing up they was my little homies, but now they some of them are bigger than me, and I must say I'm gonna bring him in a second, but I didn't see him coming, and what I mean by that is I'll get into it when I bring him in, but a lot of the young homies in my hood ventured out and they were doing a lot of things. This kid came out of nowhere. I'm talking about he just came out of nowhere, and he is one of I think and I believe I'm one of his big supporters. Hello, like I'm flossing because this kid is dope. This kid is dope. And he's a quiet dope, though. He's not a loud dope. He's a quiet, dope kid. His designs and his ideas. And without no further ado, we just gonna bring him in, baby. We gonna bring him in. Because I love him. He's a good, and he's a good kid. Here we go.
Yeah.
We ready.
What's going on,
What's up, brother, man? Thank you. Episode 6. We got JP. I know him as Jonathan. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just keep it real. I grew up in his house with his pops. We're gonna get into his parents right now. The realest parents ever in life. You don't want no problems. Chill out, because you will get dealt with accordingly. So welcome to the show, brother. Welcome.
I appreciate. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear. I got allegedly Jazzy hooked me up with the awesome internet, so you the first test.
No, we good. I just wanted to make sure you hear me. I got earpods on.
Yeah, we good, brother. So thank you, man. Episode 6, brother. Thank you for coming, man.
I appreciate you, man. Put me on your platform. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate you for coming, bro. We're gonna start off with the basics, like I do everybody else. Where'd you grow up? I know where you grew up. This ain't for me. This for the people. Where'd you grow up? Where were you born? All that good stuff.
Born in the Bronx, New York, around Freeman and West Farms.
Yes, sir.
I grew up on I found out that I grew up on Westchester for a year and then moved to Freeman and West Farms.
Okay.
So then from Freeman and West Farms, I think like 1 to all the way to throughout my whole my whole life, like 2010, 2009.
Start making moves.
Then from there, I had moved off the block. Ended up on Gun Hill with Shorty, and then from there went to Cali.
No, wait. Whoa.
All right. Yeah.
Whoa. Let's keep it on Freeman.
So I grew up on
So
Freeman and West Farms, where
yeah.
it was
And
pretty.
you're the oldest. You're the oldest of three, two sisters.
Yeah, I got two little sisters.
What was that? What was that like? What was that like?
Um,
I've been. By the way, I've been to your house on a
yeah,
Saturday morning, and it was always lit. It was never quiet.
yeah. I had to. My parents was very strict on me, so that I was the one to set the example for my little sisters. So it was like more so, this is how it gotta be, so that when we not around, my little sisters would look at you and be like, "Yo, this is how you gotta, follow suit. Like, look, this is basically what has to go down and how to be." So it was just more so. I dealt with all the punishments, like just nigga, just for my sisters to see, like, we're gonna make an example out of the only boy, so y'all two won't fuck up just like he did. And I just, it made me, who I am today. I appreciate it. I told him I was gonna
I'm
apologize.
gonna. Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna say one thing, bro. We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk about your parents because those are my dogs. They, you know what? They raised me too, bro. They raised me too. So let's start with your moms. By far the loudest woman on Freeman Street. When
Yeah,
Mildred is in the area, you know that Mildred is in the area. She's not quiet. But she loves. She show love to everybody. She ain't a hater. She never disrespect. She's just loud. I shared a lot of drinks with her. She
yeah,
fed me. Like, that's one thing that I will never forget about your moms. If I go to your house with your pops and yo, sit down, we gonna eat. What we gonna eat? Spaghetti. Yo, your mom's
yeah,
spaghetti was always lit. So let's talk about your parents. We're gonna talk about pops in a second, but
yeah.
let's talk about Mom Duke first.
Mom
What was
Duke,
that?
she's
What was that love? What was that love like?
um, I don't know if people's big on astrology, but she's a Leo, so that shit. It was very I don't know, bro. It takes me way back to, like, again, nigga, I had to deal with so much bullshit just to, like, nigga, yo, it's hard to explain, but to be the only boy, mama's boy, all that shit is true because, me and her clash sometimes, but it was only her looking out for me in the future. Like, just we always clash because I was like, I gotta let me do this, let me do that. But it was like, nah, you can't do this, can't do that. And it was more so, again, like, nigga, you're not just gonna be, because she grew up. I mean, more or less. Y'all more the same
Yeah.
age group. So she was already preparing me, like, yo, don't do this, don't do that. But me being a knucklehead was just like, nah, I want to do this, I want to do that. And
Yep.
she was just like, and then my father on the other side, like, nigga, you're not doing none of that. You need to fall back. But I used to always go to my mom's first.
Yeah. We
I
gonna
used to go to
talk.
my mom's first, and then my mom's dead me. Then I'll go to my pops. But if my mom's gave me the okay, then I was good to go. Like, fuck it, I'm gone.
That's a perfect segue because your pops. How do we talk about your pops?
So
The
Wild Boy.
realest. You know what? Not the realest. Let's not say the realest. I'm not gonna say gangster. I'm not gonna say. Well, you know what? We could say realist. But the word that I want to use to describe your pops is by far the toughest, the toughest dude on Freeman Street. Like, no one to this day, and a lot of people can vouch for this. No one wants problem with that man if he gets upset. If your pops got love for you, because your pops always had love for me, always. So to this day, I just saw your pops in Artie's house. They were painting or whatever, and I was like, "Yo, next week, next week." He was like, "What do you mean next week?" I said, "Next week, I got JP." He was like,
Yeah,
"Really?" I said, "Yeah." So he was happy.
yeah,
But one thing about your pops, if you cross him, get your hands up. Get your hands up because he want 5 minutes immediately. If he got
yeah.
slippers on, if he got slippers on, I've seen this with my own eyes. If he got slippers on, he's gonna tell you, "I'm going upstairs to get my sneakers.
I'm
Wait right
coming
here."
back down. I'm coming back down.
Hey, yo, my man. Wop, 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 wop. And don't get me wrong, I seen him get rocked a couple of times, but you know what? He ain't quit. He bang, 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 bang. Yeah, your pops was just a prime example of toughness. So
Yeah, so
how did that? knowing, okay, you got a tough, serious mom. She's very lovable and she's happy and jokey. Your pops is more serious. How did that rub off on you, knowing that this man gets busy? I ain't fucking with him, and I'm gonna make sure that I stay away from trouble because if my pops come down, it's gonna be a problem. Like,
Yeah.
how was that experience?
It was tough because, you know, growing up, you kind of lived in his shadow, like, yo, but it prepared me for all the bullshit, like the snake, like real street shit. Growing up, more so like, don't let nobody cross you. If you have a problem with anybody, I need for you to nip that shit in the butt ASAP. Don't let that shit prolong. Like, you got any problems, attack that shit head on so that you can sleep good at night. Because at the end of the day, he always told me, fight the fair one. Don't jump nobody. Don't do none of that shit because, you know, you sleep better at night. You do any bad shit, that shit's gonna come back to you 10 times worse. He always told me that. So, man, so just growing up between that and my mom's, it was just a lot of life lessons, just like within that household. And again, bro, I'm the only boy, so I had to deal with that shit firsthand. My sisters is looking at me like, "Yo, JP just got fucked up. We not we not fucking around. He just got beat up, so we not even gonna do that." So I was just like, you know what? But it prepared me for a lot of bullshit that I had to deal with, endure later on in life. So I'm grateful that they still with me to this day. I still got their support to this day, and we still, you know, we still rocking.
It's beautiful, bro. It's beautiful. Let's talk about you got an angel that's been looking over you for a long time. You know, let's talk about grandma. If we can, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
I had the pleasure of knowing her. Sweet woman. So I'm gonna paint a picture for you. You got these two. I don't want to call them savages. That'll be harsh. You got these two bold and strong figures in your life, right? And then you got a sweet grandma. Did she balance it out? I hope she did.
Yeah, she definitely did. She kind of babied me throughout the whole way. There was times in the crib where they clashed because, you know, they wanted me to do shit, but then she'd be like, don't do it. But it was more so, you know, when I was young, it was just, I was probably not her first grandkid, but I was the first grandkid for her to raise. She had plenty of grandkids, but I was, you know,
They were spread out. They were spread out.
yeah, everybody was spread out. So, and again, there was a household of six, me, my sisters, my mother, my father, and my grandmother. So when my mother and my father was working, my grandmother was the only one in the house. So it was more so I ain't got to deal with, you know, being punished and all that shit. So she let me, like, bro, I could commit a crime. Nigga, she let me rock out to like, nah, he didn't do that. He did not do that. But yeah, bro, she was the balance throughout the whole shit.
That's
And
beautiful,
mind you,
man. That's
and all
beautiful.
that, and you know more so of anything, they was operating off love. So that right there was just, you know, that's how I operate today, off of love. So, you know. But
No,
yeah,
no, it's a beautiful thing.
yeah, but she was the balance of everything. But then when she had passed, let her rest in peace, she that's when I could say I had like it was like a life changing experience where it was just like, oh shit, the person that, you know, I was so used to being next to me every day is kind of gone. So I had to get used to now that balance was out of the crib. So now it's just more so how do I how do I how do I maneuver through the stern and boldness and all that shit? Because there was no more balance after that. It was just you got to get shit done. You got to get to work. Nobody's coming to save you, you know. And my grandmother was always there to save me. So
Yeah, that's love, bro. You know, let's go to the streets now. You know, I know that your crew, and I was talking to Frank about this episode 3. I mentioned that I was down with your pops and his crew, and we were from the corner, and we were like the older guys. I was young, but I was with the older guys, which was your pops and Artie and Macho and whatever.
yeah,
So I looked at you guys as the young niggas. It is what it is. So when Frank came to the hood, he came to hang out with y'all and explain to me the connections that were made in that section. because to this day, that crew, even though everybody went their own way, but y'all growing up, y'all look so tight. I'm talking about Johnny, you, Fausto, Noe, Julio, that whole clique. What was that like? And explain that experience with all those friendships growing up.
Um, so again, within that crew, it was split to two age groups. Again,
Okay. So
it was
wait, excuse me. I just found out Julio was 45 2 weeks ago. By the way, continue. I swear to God, I thought this nigga was like 38.
who been around? Who was one of the OGs? One of my OGs. He. We'll get into that. I'll put you on the game. He opened the doors a lot for me when I was young, but between us, it was between two age groups. It was Fausto, Frank, Danny, Julio, Eduardo, all of them, J Rock, all of them, and then the other crew, it was me, Rock, Esda, Stats, Killer, Juan, Noe, Mondo. I could keep going. So it was like we all chilled with each other. So that's what made it look like a big ass group.
Yeah.
But at times there was like we was always separate. Like I stood in within my age group, and then Fausto, Frank, and them and who stood in their age group, and they went to parties, and so we got a little bit older, and then we was all able to go out all together to clubs, lounges, and all that shit. So that's what made it so big. But growing up, it was split into two. That people always thought, yo, what's good with this person? What's good with this person? I'll be like, I really don't know, man. That nigga's older than me, so he's probably doing some other shit. But you ask me about Rock, Asda, and all these people, I could put you on a game because those are my men. I just left this crib, made a sandwich, says, go to the store, pick up some shit for his moms and all that. But yeah, it was in hindsight, it was two groups, but one big ass group outside looking in.
No, it was definitely because like I said, I was older and I was on the corner and I was with the big guys, but I always was paying attention. You know what I'm saying? And I made sure because there's a couple of guys in my circle that they didn't fuck with that, and they will always talk negative, like fuck them yo niggas, and I'm like, no, I'm showing love because them niggas is gonna get older, and I might need them for something. So that's why I got good relationships with all of you. Julio's my brother. You my brother. Like a lot of you, we didn't grow up together. I'm older, but I always showed love, and that's for a reason because I believe that you show respect, you get respect.
Yeah, it
And
came
just
back full circle.
because just
It comes
because
back
y'all
full
younger,
circle.
that don't mean y'all pussy. That don't mean y'all little. That just means y'all younger. But y'all gonna get older. Same way I'm gonna get older. And you know what? I always show love when Killer and Ox moved into my building. These little niggas was 80 pounds wet, straight from fucking DR, no English, and I let the older kids in the section used to fuck with them. I'm like, nah, we're not doing that. 1-on-1. And they looked at me like, oh shit, this nigga's looking out. And to this day, Killer and Ox, them niggas see me and it's like, yo, what up? Because it's the little things that you just support the young kids, you know what I'm saying? So that's why in your case, well, me and you is different because, your pops was my one of my OGs, so it was different. So,
But we made the block super popular. That was one thing.
no, when y'all
Yeah,
niggas got older, and Frank
yeah,
said it. Frank said it. He said, y'all brought the cars out, y'all brought the bitches out, y'all brought the music out,
yeah.
and I was like, okay. But me being cool with y'all niggas, I go down there too and fucking try to snatch me a little 23-year-old. You know what I'm saying? I ain't scared, nigga. Let me get one of little 23-year-old shorties. But but you said you want to kick some game about Julio. What's up?
Nah, Julio was when I was young, I was trying to figure out how to make some bread on the block. But again, there was so much, the politics within the hood.
Yeah.
Everybody want to make money and all that shit. So, nigga, Julio, I think it was Julio, Frank, and Faust. They started doing the Nutcrackers. So then, who came to me and was like, yo, I need somebody to help me with the nutcrackers. I was like, what is it that you need? And then he put me on like, yo, I just need for you to like, just be a runner. Like, you know, when niggas need an order, just fulfill that order for me. I'll break you off at the end of the night. All week, I'll just pay you out weekly. Bro, since then, that you can hit up who and ask him. That was probably how we build trust to this day. Like he basically gave me the keys to his crib and let me run the whole operation of the whole
Oh no,
nutcracker
oh no,
shit
no,
in
no.
and out.
Julio has his own episode. He's coming, baby.
Yeah. So yeah, the nigga Julio gave me the keys to his crib and basically gave me full control of his operation. Like, yo, bro, do your thing. Whatever I needed, I'll just call him, hit him up or whatever. And then that's how I started making money on the block. And then when I got that taste of fast money, you know how it is. Then that was just like, I need some of that. I need some of that. And then just, you know, went elsewhere. But Julio was the one, Julio Frank Faust opened the doors for that. And then later on, we continued it with Julio. And then, yeah. So I will forever hold Julio at a high regard, just for giving me the keys to his apartment and fully running his whole apartment, full operation and all that shit.
Yo, remember that nigga had the house parties, son?
Yeah. You know what's so crazy?
Yo,
The
that
house
nigga had
parties I had.
yo, but that's to show you. I was the only corner nigga that was allowed around y'all. And I know why. Because back to what I was saying. I always showed y'all niggas love. Like, I ain't never try to play y'all. Even though y'all was younger, I never try to play y'all. So, Julio be like, yo, you coming? I'm like, hell yeah, I'm coming. Be right there, nigga. Let me go finish what I'm doing. And, you know, I just always showed y'all niggas love. And I'm glad, because if I would have been a dick, because I will say one thing. Let's say I would have been a dick or a bully or whatever. Yeah, bro, y'all to this day, y'all would have been thinking about that shit. Like, and I would have been like, yo, you want to come in my life? Get the fuck out of here, nigga. I ain't going to your bullshit ass life.
Hell no.
But you know what? Love is love, bro. I just seen Rock. You know what I'm saying? And anytime Rock see me, you know, he give me one of, you know, I buy one of his joints or whatever, and I just show love to all of you. All of you are my niggas, and I love all of y'all niggas. But I want to talk about. You just scratched the surface, but I want to get into it deeper. What were your goals, and like, what did you see for yourself growing up? Like, you know, before we get into the obvious, you know, with your, you know, how you blew up, but did you see that? Like, like with the making a little money with Julio, what were your goals then? What did you see? Like, what did you want to do?
I always wanted to be. I just wanted to travel, bro. Honestly, I was just wanted to travel. My shit was, as long as I was being able to work and travel, that was my shit. Everything else was just more so just like you finding your niche and just adapting to it. But that was my thing. Everybody that I was around growing up wasn't really traveling much. So I really wasn't getting those kind of conversations. Like,
Oh no,
you know,
that
just
wasn't
like,
that wasn't a thing. That wasn't a thing.
yeah, so it was like there were people that be walking that work right in the boulevard. Freeman, that's like a 5-10 minute walk.
Wait, I know who was traveling. That nigga Danny was traveling, but he ain't come back.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely Danny. Definitely Danny. But yeah, bro, I seen everybody around me and it was just more so I need to travel. I need to see shit. There's way more shit that I see on TV I don't see here. I'm trying to see everything that I'm seeing on TV. Yeah. How is that, you know? And then I go outside, I'm trying to have conversations about shit on TV, but nobody's really putting me on a game and none of that shit. So it was more so like me being like eager to like, nigga, for me to travel, I gotta put money in my pocket. So it was just, I can't expect for me to just see the world staying right here, stagnant on the block. Like, you understand? Like, that shit ain't gonna work out. So then from there, bro, I was just like, you know what? And I think it was my parents that, you know, because every industry that they worked in, they finessed their way to making, you know, extra guap. So I started traveling for work. Started working in Playland. Started working in Cross County, New Rock City. And again, you travel for work, you know, conversations are different. You meet different people. You meeting these people, you gaining all this knowledge from what they went to, you know, picking their brain. You get cool with coworkers. You get to see an insight of how they maneuver, what was their upbringing and shit. Because you know how it is, getting close to coworkers and shit. So it was more so that was the motivation for me to travel and just see like more than what was on Freeman and West Farms.
No, for sure. Because believe me, bro, I still stagnant on that block for a long, long time. And you know, I
You
was
be traveling.
me.
You be traveling, nigga. I see you traveling.
Oh no, I'm talking about now, but
Yeah,
before,
yeah, yeah.
nigga.
Before, yeah, that's the
Bro,
thing.
I would. This was my routine when I was a kid and I was making money in the block or whatever, working with the big guys. Get fresh, stand on the corner. That's it. That was my routine, and it took for me to get older and my cousin Eric, to be like, yo, let's go to this club, and then like you said, then when I got to high school, trying to get my GED, I had to go to Manhattan, I had to go to the West Side, Broadway, Amsterdam, or whatever. And
Yeah.
it's just like you said. Now I'm around Brooklyn people. I'm around Queens people. The Brooklyn and the Queens people are like, yo, let's go to Jersey. It's like, well, whoa. All I know is Freeman and West Farms for all my life. So it's very accurate what you're saying. Once you meet new people, it's go time. You just gotta learn new things. For sure.
Definitely. Yeah, that shit. That was bro. That was the motivation. Just trying to see different spots, even if it was a train ride, bro, to like fucking Third Ave, just to see what's over there in Third Ave.
Yep.
Fucking Westchester, you just take that little trip across the bridge to where on Frank's side of the town, Wheeler, Watson over there. Just bro, it's different. There's so much shit going on that you just gotta get off you just gotta be motivated to get off your block, bro. There's a way bigger world than the corner.
No, for sure. So now let's get into it. Let's get into this right here. How? Oh, and I want to say something because I have no idea where I was. I mentioned it in the intro. Where the fuck did you come from? And what I mean by that is this. This is what I mean, and this is an outsider looking in. I wasn't in your crew, so I have no idea the ins and outs of the first section and how you niggas is operating. So Frank mentioned, and correct me if I'm wrong, Fausto was the first one to even have the idea and to do something with clothing.
Yes, Fausto.
Okay, so
Fausto and his crew that started La Vie.
La Vie, yes, I remember that. Yes.
And if I remember, that shit probably started 06. 06. I could be wrong. 04 or 06. But 04 I graduated from high school, so they ain't have no clothing on when I graduated. So I'm gonna say 06. That's when La Vie started. Fausto, and shout out to them because that was the eye opener. Like, yo.
And that's what Frank said. Frank said he was locked up. When he came home, he was like, "Wait a minute, okay, so now we got La Vie, right? I'm just trying to get a timeline here. So Fausto and whoever they did La Vie. Now Frank, if I'm missing clothing line, let me know. So
Gotcha.
La Vie, then we got Frank and Richard Rags and Noe and Josh or whatever. Is that so? That's what happened, right? Correct?
Yeah. So basically, Fausto, it was Fausto, his man Ember, his man ABL, they call him Sense, Danny, Angie, Chris Hostos, and I think a few other people. It was a strong team, bro. And it was like a real good team. That was probably my first insight of like, yo, for you to make anything happen, you need a strong ass team. And I can tell you one thing, Fausto had, at that time, it was like the Avengers at that time. Like, yo, he had every person in Fausto's team basically covered every base on how to excel for a clothing brand. Frank came home and seen that as well. Frank created Rich to Rags with Josh and Noe. Again, every event, Frank did guerrilla marketing. Basically, every event that La Vie was in, Frank, Noe, and Josh will pull up with Rich to Rags gear at the La Vie, at the La Vie event, just to promote their own brand. Like, yo, this is the new shit, whatever. And again, at that time, Fausto was, I think, I could be wrong, but one of the designers from La Vie was helping design Frank shit.
He said that. He said that.
So that was what made it like, yo, you know what? Frank was already in, like, yo, this nigga's already killing shit for La Vie. I might as well just hire him to make my shit. And then, you know, once he makes my shit, I'll just brand it, market it however I want. But that's exactly how it started. Exactly how you said.
Okay, so now, where the fuck did you come from? I did not see it. I did not hear about it. All I know is you had your shit, and let's talk about the West Coast move. Let's give me the idea of your brand, and then swing right into the West Coast move altogether. Like, how did that happen?
So to start, bro, I was designing cupcakes. I was into creating cakes and cupcakes. I used to work for a bakery downtown called Magnolia Bakery. The shit was popular because it was in that show, Sex and the City.
Okay.
So I got hired there because I always had that handwriting, that graffiti handwriting. Like, I was always good with that. So I went there as a regular cashier to work. Again, me traveling all the way downtown, West 4th. I'm in, you know, down there interacting with God knows who. Nigga, from cashier, they was like, yo, we need somebody to ice cupcakes. So from then I started mixing in the colors, designing cupcakes, like putting fucking sprinkles, different shit and all that shit. From there, they had put me into not design, but ice cakes. Once they started seeing me freestyle the cupcakes, they started putting shit. Yo, bro, it got so crazy where the cupcakes I was icing, they wasn't even putting them out to sell. They was just putting them on the shelf for display. So they was like, the owner of the shit was like, yo, who's creating these? And they was like, oh, it's one of the new hires. So she basically told the manager, like, yo, we need him to do the same shit for the cupcakes onto the big cakes, like custom orders. So I was nervous. I kept like, nah, you know, I don't want to do that. I'm not trying to fuck up nobody's custom cake. Like, I don't need that on me. So they kept me on the cupcake station and gave me they was like, yo, this is a bullshit cake we're gonna throw out. So practice on this. So they just kept giving me cakes they was about to throw out, and I'll just, you know, freehand writing happy birthday, happy Mother's Day, you know, Easter, whatever it was, bro. Just to the point that I got comfortable enough to take on custom cake orders. I started doing that shit, and then the company has sold, so they let go of everybody. So now I'm just like, fuck, I got in the swing of creating, designing all these cakes and all that. I'm trying to, you know, get right back into that. Again, I still had me dealing with all the clothing because I was around Fausto with Levi and Frank doing Riches to Rags and all that. I started working for Stella Doro. I don't know if you remember that brand. I mean, it's still around.
No, 100%.
So Stella Doro, me, Noe, and Vic, my man Vic, we started working for Stella Doro. So we started, again, I was already doing cupcakes and cakes. So they put me in there, and I started making little shortbread cookies, breadsticks, icing cookies and shit. So I was like, oh, shit, I get to do the same shit, but not at a larger scale. I'm talking about in the factories and all that. The only thing is, I can't really design it. I got to just follow suit on a machine. Like, whenever the cookies come down, I got to just create.
Yep.
So I stood there probably for like a year and a half. Then, again, that company sold. Again. And this was probably like the ending of 2009. At that time, Obama was in office. And Obama, he had sent out a letter stating that if anybody chooses to go back to school, that the government is willing to give like there was a certain percentage of financial aid that the government was going to cover that we didn't have to pay back. So I took advantage and was like, nigga, if I already know clothing, if I was dealing with La Vie and Frank, Riches to Rags with clothing, I'd rather go to school and sharpen my tools on making clothes. So I took advantage of the financial aid shit, and I went to school. Me and Noe went to school. at that time when we started doing the clothing, me, Rock, Esda, Drew, and O, we was gonna come out with a brand called Mr. Generosity. Rock has the tattoo. I don't know if you ever seen it. It's a guy with a tuxedo, money bag. Which hopefully, hopefully in the future we can still just toss that out there and see, what happens.
Yeah.
But again, at that time we was trying to get our money up to start that brand because we was already in events with Fausto, Frank, and doing all these clothing events. So I decided to go back to school. When we went back to school, everybody that I named doing Mr. Generosity, we all went separate ways, except for me, Rock, and Esda. And we was like, yo, we're still gonna push Generosity, us three. It was like, all right. So in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna go to school, learn everything I gotta learn so that I could fully just blow Mr. Generosity out the water. Excuse me. So went to school. Me and Noe ended up in the same school. We went to school and did the 2 years. The 2 years I was there, for me to graduate, I got my associate's degree, but the last 5 months, in order for me to graduate, I had to do an internship for a clothing brand. So when I was doing the clothing brand, I started interning for a company called Miss Bubbles that was located on 38th and 7th Ave. And again, you know me, traveling. I'm traveling everywhere, bro.
Yep.
I go to school. I meet different people from all over, Harlem, Staten Island, Long Island, Queens, Brooklyn. And I grew relationships that I'm still in contact with these people today from school.
Yep.
So me going to school, I did the internship. And then the internship, it just so happened that they had licensing and production rights to all department stores and discount stores. So, bro, I'm talking about my first week in the internship, I'm designing denim for Target, Ross, Burlington, TJ Maxx, JC Penney's, just doing t-shirt designs. You ever seen Coca-Cola t-shirts, Pepsi t-shirts when you go to these, Kmart and shit?
Yeah.
So they had all those artworks sitting in a folder, and they just let me like, bro, this is what we need for you to do this week. Just knock out these t-shirts for Burlington. The next week, knock out these denim jackets for Target. The following week, knock out. So I had to do that for 4 months, did the internship.
Nice.
So I did the internship. I had let the creative director know that, look, I'm finishing the internship. I won't be here anymore. I'm going back to school. So before I even left the internship, they was like, yo, we're going to offer you a full-time position once you graduate. Once you graduate, come back over here. We got a spot for you.
That's nice. Nice.
Yeah, you did. They was like, yo, you did your thing within these 4 months. We'd rather just bring you on, salary and all that shit. And just, yep. And then again, I was the youngest there. So when I'm in this company, you got designers that's no lie, bro. The youngest designer in there when I got there was 44. So you talking about old heads still designing old school shit.
Yeah.
So when I got there, it was like, yo, he's bringing a fresh.
New flavor.
Yeah, new flavor. It's like, bro, he's bringing some street shit. He's bringing all kind of shit because it's like, we never seen this before. And, I was wild young. So I built a bond with my creative director. I graduated in, I could say September of 2012. When I had started full-time, and my creative director, that 2012, in November, I started in September. 2 months later, my creative director that hired me, he was like, yo, JP, I'm going to Florida, and I'm going to go see family. And he was like, I need for you to hold the office down while I'm gone. So I'm like, yo, this nigga's the creative director. He's leaving me in charge of this whole design shit.
Yep.
And I was kind of nervous. I was like, bro, why you can't leave one of these old head niggas in charge? I don't want that. I don't want none of this. That's a lot of, for me to tack on.
Yep.
So he left. He was like, nah. He said, bro, it's going to be a breeze. Trust me. Just continue doing what you're doing. I'm going to come back. He left for on a Wednesday and came back that following Monday. Mind you, this was in November, bro. 2012. That Monday he came back, he pulled me to the office and was like, JP, I just want to put you on that I never went to Miami to see Florida. I never went to Miami to Florida to see my family. I went to Cali to see a new brand. They offering me creative director position out there. And I was like, and I'm looking at him like, okay, nigga, like, the fuck you telling me this for? Like, nigga, I really don't care. But he told me, the only way I'm gonna accept this creative director position is if I bring you as my head designer to Cali. So I looked at him, I was like, so you want me to go to Cali? He was like, yeah, to live and work out there. So I was like, oh shit, like, nigga, I had to really think, like,
hell fucking yeah, nigga.
Yeah, I told him, like, so I thought about it. I was like, nah, I need some time to think, because it's like, at the time I started, when I graduated, they offered me $50K salary. Every other job that I was working, I ain't never seen $50K total. It was based hourly shit. You know how it is.
Yeah.
So when they offered me salary, I was like, hell yeah, I get the same pay every week, even if I don't come into work. Like, I'm cold out, I'm still getting paid the same. So I was like, I was open off that, the $50K, like, oh shit. So I probably spoke to my moms, and I don't know, I don't remember what was the conversation like, but I spoke to my moms and I told her, listen, Jeffrey, that was my creative director's name. I was like, Jeffrey told me that he wants me to be head designer and I'm under him for a company out in Cali. So at that time, I don't know what was the conversation like. It was more so like my mom was probably asking me, do you really want to do that? And I was just indecisive, like, I don't know, bro, because again, I never been alone. So for me to go to another state alone, I ain't have nobody out there, no nothing. I was just like, damn, this is
that
kind of
shit
crazy.
is frightening, bro.
Yeah, so I was scared.
AJ.
I was like, you know what? I didn't even think about it, bro. I didn't even think much about it. I told my creative director, like,
Come get the
yeah,
controller.
I'm gonna do that. I told my creative director, like, yeah, I'm gone. Bro,
Yeah.
he didn't tell me when I needed to be out there. He told me, I need for you to be in LA by December. I said, bro, it's November. Like, you're not even giving me, bro, when I told him, yeah, 2 weeks later, I was on a flight.
Wow.
He flew me out, and when I got out there, he put me in a hotel and all that shit, and he brought me to the office, and he was like, look, this is the whole company. Bro, the whole company was there waiting for me on some, like, it was a grand gesture, like, oh, welcome to Cali, we can't wait to start working with you. And I'm there like, oh, this nigga Ben had it. I felt like it was Ben set up. He was just waiting for me to say yeah. So when I got there, bro, I stood out there for like a good 4 days. I got out there on a Thursday, came back Monday to New York. He gave me the insight. Like, basically, he was like, look, this is your office. Bro, I had my own office. I was sharing the office. I ain't had to report to nobody but him. I had other designers there that was older than me, but they had to report to me. So it was more so like, oh shit, I'm gone. Now, again, I told him, yo, with me moving, I'm not going to accept $50K to move. Like, nigga, I need way more than that.
Hell yeah.
So they offered me $75K. I was like, oh, nigga, I was like, I'm super gone, nigga. You giving me more than what I was getting over here, so I'm gone. So I get out there, bro. Probably like when I came back from Cali 2 weeks exactly later, I left. I was gone. I packed a suitcase with just 2 weeks worth of clothing. Nigga, I was gone. I was in Cali probably by December 18th, 2012. And I was staying in there for 2 weeks. I stood there for 2 weeks in a hotel. Wow. Then I came back. Yeah, I was living in the hotel for 2 weeks. Then I came back after the Christmas and no matter of fact, I came back before New Year's and Christmas of 2012. After the New Year's hit, I was gone January 3rd, bro, 2013. That's when I started living in Cali, like officially. Like I mean, I ain't take no nothing. Whatever clothes that I took with me, I left it out there in the hotel and came right back to it.
So wait. Okay, back up for a second. When you were what was your living situation in New York? Were you still with your mom and pops in Freeman, or you had an apartment with Shorty?
I had an apartment with Shorty in Gun Hill.
Okay, got you. Okay, so this was a conversation you had to have with her as well.
Yeah, but it kind of rattled her shit because I was gone. I told her I'm gone too. Like, bro, I was indecisive on how to move, but I wasn't really I wasn't really having that conversation with everyone. I was basically talking to myself like, are you prepared for this? Are you really gonna do this? Me, I'm an impulsive person. So it's like I react and I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'll deal with the consequences later. Whatever happens later, I'm gonna deal with it. Like again, this is more so me going off of how I was brought up with my pops and my mom.
So you wasn't asking her permission. You was like, I'm out. What you doing?
I'm gone. Yeah, I was gone, bro.
You either with me or you staying here. What you gonna do, baby?
Yeah, and she stood. She stood when I was out there. And yeah, I just left. And I was like, yo, if anything, this was gonna open the doors. I wasn't more so thinking, I was thinking about me, but I was like, yo, nobody that I knew or known went to Cali and told me how Cali was.
Nope.
I only been, as far as Cali, I only been to Vegas because my father's side of the family's out there. My aunts, my cousins.
Yep.
So,
I know them.
As far as that, nigga, I never been to Cali. I never knew nobody that went to Cali. I only been as far to Vegas and seen them.
Yeah.
So I was like, nigga, I'm gone. If anything, I'm opening up a door to all my friends and family. Like, now you have a reason to come visit me out west. You never been to Cali. Come see me in a few months. I'll show you all around. Then it just, that's exactly what happened.
Now that you and thank you for bringing that up. Like your segues are amazing, by the way. The fact that you just said that, I was gonna say it, but now is a perfect time to say it. I want to thank you, and I don't mean this like, oh, thank you. No, I mean this like for real. Because what you did for my daughter and her friend and Jazz was like tremendous, because she told me she was going to Cali, right? This was, I don't know what year that was, but that was maybe 4 or 5 years back. And I was like, for what? And she was like, oh no, me and Jazz want to go, and JP said he got us, and I'm like, really? That's crazy. But I thought she meant like, oh, he got us one night and he's gonna show us around into the Hollywood Walk of Fame and then whatever. No. She said, like I super appreciate you, bro, because anyone that looks out for my daughter, bro, like I don't even care about me. Don't look out for me. I don't give a shit about that. Yeah. The fact that you looked out for my daughter and her friend and showed them around, opened your apartment to them, opened your sofa, your bed. I don't know how you did that, but that is something that I will always be grateful for. Because
it's
real.
I look at your daughter as a little sister, bro. And again, when I first came to Cali in 2013, again, I was out here alone. And when at the time when I got to Cali, Instagram just started. So one of my best friends growing up is Ed, your baby mom's little brother.
Yeah, Eddie. Yeah, he's coming. So he's coming too.
Eddie was stationed out in Palm Springs. So when I got out there, me and him got in contact, and he was like, yo, bro, you only like 2 hours away from me. At that time, I didn't have my car yet. I was still living in a hotel. So I told my creative director, I was like, listen, I can't be, for the weekends, you got me staying in a hotel, and there's like 4 or 5 company cars in the parking lot, nobody's driving. Let me hold one of them shits for the weekend so I can maneuver in the town, make my own moves.
Yep.
So he was like, yo, let me get the approval. I was like, nigga, make that shit happen, bro, because I'm not staying in a hotel walking around downtown LA. Like, nigga, you want me to save up, you want me to save money up for a whip and an apartment, but you got me walking around fucking downtown LA not doing nothing, nigga.
And there was no Uber. There was no Uber yet.
There's no Uber, bro. Like nothing. No Uber. So he was able to get one of the company cars for me, and he was like, "Yo, just just be careful. Any problems, call me, bro." He gave me the okay on a Thursday. Nigga, that Thursday night, I packed the bag. I told Ed, "Yo, bro, after work on Friday, I'm driving straight to you." So, bro, every other weekend, I was driving 2 hours to see Ed, and Ed opened up his crib. Nigga, I'm chilling with Ed every other weekend. Like, yo, now
Ed is here. Ed is here. What up, baby? What up, baby?
Yeah, So Ed opened up the crib, and I was like, now I can embrace Cali because I got one of my mans that I grew up with out west. So there's no problem. If I wanted to get away, I'm headed straight to Ed. And that's exactly what Ed do. Yo, bro, I hold Ed to high regard. To this day, I love that nigga to death. Everywhere I'm at, any state he's in, nigga, he opened his doors. Like, yo, Jay, you welcome anytime. If you need to, get away, you need to lay low, nigga, my crib is always open for you. It was like, bro, that's exactly what I did. Anytime I was overwhelmed with work, yo, Ed, I'm out of here, bro. I'm gonna come see you for a few days. So then fast forward, Kayla and Jasmine hit me up through IG and was like, JP, but I think Kayla hit me up asking me what hotels is popping to stay at. So me, I know they females, and there's a lot of at the time there was a lot of, you say, like, a lot of wild shit happening in Cali because there's a lot of cartel niggas out here that was snatching up females. The border's right there, 2 hours away. So you just never know, bro. In my head, I'm like, I watched too many movies, and these are two girls that I grew up with. I told Kayla, I was like, I don't want you staying in a hotel. I'd rather you stay in my crib and y'all could Uber. At that time, there was Uber and all that. So I was like, y'all could Uber, or I could just drive y'all around, take y'all to eat. Because at that time, I already had resigned from my job. And I was like, I'm going to just fuck with y'all, chill with y'all. Wherever y'all want to go, I'm going to go with y'all. Y'all don't even gotta pay attention to me being there, but just know I'm there. You know me, I'll create a whole other party on the other side of the lounge. And they create their own, but nigga, it was all love, and I was just able to hold them down and show them throughout all LA. And it was just, bro, I'm just happy
I will never be more grateful, bro. Because like you said, I didn't even know. You just made my heart skip with all that other cartel shit. You see, I didn't even know that. But
yeah, bro, it was
I believe that was her first trip away that far. Matter of fact, I don't even think she's been anywhere. So at that point, the fact that you did that, bro, I will always be grateful for that, man. But thank you. I appreciate that.
I'd rather her stay in the crib, do whatever she drink, smoke, whatever that, what she wanted to do in my crib, instead of doing that shit out in Hollywood, elsewhere, and running into some bozos in the street. Because
yeah, it's every hood got a hood. You know how that goes.
Yeah,
so,
every.
So let's talk about your West Coast. Okay, now we're in the West Coast. The company's already happening. Where did you like? 'Cause when you were working, when you were the creative director, that wasn't Love What You Do. That was something else, right?
So I was head designer, and then basically I was designing again for all the companies. Even to this day, I'll do shit for Target, Ross, TJ Maxx, Burlington, all them big ass department stores. I can name you brands that I'm doing something for to this day, and you'll be like, nah, get the fuck out of here. But that's, later on, whatever. So I'm starting doing the head designer job, whatever. And rock, right? In my head, I'm like, I can't just be designing 9 to 5. As a creative, anybody that's here, anybody that as a creative knows that you can't create just within 9 to 5. That creativity shit is 24 hours. And you just gotta let that shit just flow whenever. So they put me in a box. They was like, yo, you can only do this from this time to this time, but then, nigga, when I leave work at 5, I leave work at 5, I still want to design. I still want to create. Rock had introduced me to his man named Chasen Jones. He used to be, I think, stylist or role manager. I don't remember his title at the time, but Rock had met him when he was doing a La Vie. Rock met him in Magic doing a clothing convention.
Okay.
So Rock had reached out to him and told him, yo, my bro is in Cali. You met him before. Yo, just, link up with him and see what y'all could do. So basically, one day after work, he gave me his number. I hit up Chase, and Chase right-hand man was Steve LaBelle. And you know Steve LaBelle, nigga, big music, not producer, but whatever he was, manager.
Yeah, I think he was a manager.
Yeah, manager, Big Pun, Fat Joe, not Wu-Tang, Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah.
So there was wild artists that Chase was styling at the time. And Chase had his own showroom downtown LA, probably like 3 blocks away from the hotel I was staying at. Again, I appreciate, nigga, this is Rock. We talking about Rock, linked that up with me. Rock gave me his number. I called up Chase, and Chase was like, yo, link with me over here at a Johnny Rockets in Beverly Hills. Met up with him. Chasen didn't know that I was a designer. He just knew that I just moved out there and I was just moving around. So the nigga Chase was like, yo, what you out here for? What you doing and all that? I was like, nah, niggas brought me out here. I'm head designer. I'm doing designs for this, this, and that. When I told him I was doing designs for this and that, that shit lit up his eyes like, hold on, you do clothing? I was like, yeah. Then he was like, oh, nah, you got to come to my office then. At the time, the nigga Chase, he had a showroom, and while he was styling all Steve LaBelle's artists would come to the showroom and look at the clothes that Chase had in his thing. So, and Chase's head was like, bro, we could create a brand and have, all these artists wear the brand that me and you create. Bro, it was an easy layup for me.
Yeah.
So later, we started getting it rocking, went to the showroom. I'm looking at all these brands, and I'm like, bro. And at the time, I'm like, not feeling, I was, not to brag, but I'm looking at him like, yo, bro, this shit is kind of trash, bro. Like, all this shit is kind of trash. We're going to have to, put out some dope shit for these artists to really, like. So a nigga Chase was like, he starts laughing. He was like, yo, come with me to a meeting. So he took me to a meeting. And the meeting was a brand called D9.
I remember that.
So he took me to D, and he knew the owners. And it's crazy. It's a small world. The owners of D9, one of them was Sammy from Sammy's Fashion in the Bronx.
Oh, okay.
So, bro, it was just like, nigga, everything was coming like slowly aligning for me. Like, nigga, I know all these people.
Meant to be, baby.
All these people that I've been. So when I'm in the meeting with Chase and the owners of D9. Mind you, Sammy wasn't there. Sammy was out here in the Bronx. So the nigga Sam, at the time, let him rest in peace. The owner name is Nick. Korean dude named Nick. He had passed away. It was Nick and G. And Chase was like, yo, this is my man JP. He's out here and from New York. He does clothing, whatever. And they had some other business besides clothing that they was talking about. So the nigga G, one of the owners of D9, he was like, yo, so what is it that you really do? So I just gave him my phone and just showed him my emails of mad shit that I was like currently doing. He said, oh, you know how to do this? You know how to do that? I was like, yeah, I do that now from 9 to 5. Everything that he was asking me that I know how to do, I was like, bro, I do that shit from 9 to 5.
Yeah.
He was basically like, yo, do you feel like you could tack on, like, do you want to do designs for us? And we could just, pay you on a monthly thing. I was like, yeah, fuck it. He was like, yo, so tomorrow I'm going to give you, he was like, give me your number. I'm going to text you an address. Meet me at this address at 6:37. I told him, perfect. Me and Chase left the meeting, and Chase was like, yo, bro, I need for you to take care of them niggas. Like, don't worry about me. Take care of them niggas. So the next day came after work. Again, I was in that funk where I was like, nigga, I need to create outside of this 9 to 5. I need to let shit like freely flow. When I got to D9 that day, they was like, yo, bro, we looking for a freelance designer to work from 6 to 11. You think you could do that? I'm looking at him like, yeah, nigga. Like, nigga, I don't got no, I ain't got a family. I ain't got nothing to go home to. Like, you understand? Like, I'm going to work.
So 9 to 5 and then 6 to 11.
9 to 5. And then I only had an hour in LA traffic to get to the next stop. And then from 6 to 11, bro, for like 4 years, knocking shit out. So once I started knocking shit out for them, I was like, yo, I started seeing like my dream basically just coming to fruition right in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in love with dream catchers. So that's when it comes down to me calling this shit dream. So every piece that I was throwing out there, it said dream, with at least a feather or some type of an aesthetic of a dream catcher. But everything that I was putting out was dream. So I want the niggas to know that every time you see that dream logo, you know that was me. Because, nigga, I'm basically just living out my dreams. I wanted everybody to get a piece of me.
Yeah.
So within those 4 years, bro, I was grateful and blessed to design shit for The Game, Chris Brown, 50 Cent, Meek Mills, Bone Thugs and Harmony, all because, rock. Look at that. You see it. That was the first logo, bro. The first logo ever.
Hold on. One of one, baby. One of one, baby.
That.
Woo!
Yeah, you see it.
Woo!
That's classic.
One
you
of
still got
one,
that
baby.
Shit mint. You
Don't
still
let me
got
get
that
started.
shit mint.
I got a whole JP collection. Don't let me get started.
That shit's probably worth. Yo, that shit's gonna worth a lot in the future. Let me tell you.
Hold on. We could do this all day, baby. One of one, baby. One of one. What happened? Woo!
All day, yeah. Y'all haven't seen these in so long, bro. How long ago was this?
What happened? Woo!
Yeah, bro.
One of one.
One of one. Anybody that has a Dreamcatcher logo or patch on this shit, that's
yo,
like
you know how I know you were serious? Because like I left you alone. Like I saw you doing your thing. I will comment, but one day I hit you on the DMs and I'm like, yo, I saw some jackets that you did. What's popping? And you hit me back. You was like, nigga, you tell me what's popping. And I'm like, and I got scared. I'm like, whoa, what do you mean? He said, you was like, yo, bro, what color? I'll show you all the patches, what you want to do. So the fact that you stopped what you're doing for like a half hour, we had a conversation, and you just showed me everything. I was like, yo, wait a minute. You're telling me that you're going to make me a jacket? He was like, yeah, nigga, you my dog. Like, you stop. You just told me. So think about the way I'm thinking. 9 to 5, and now I understand 6 to 11, and you stop what you're doing. I don't know how long it takes to make a jacket. I don't know how long it takes to find patches.
This is a jacket.
The fact that you did that for me is fire, bro.
This is a jacket I did for my mom's. Look.
That's recently?
Nah, this is around the same time, a few years old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so yeah, think about that. From 9 to 5, I'm working, doing designs for department stores, right? Target, I'm talking about Target, Macy's, JCPenney, all them other shits. You ever seen that fucking commercial, Farming Mills?
Yeah.
That shit, I'm doing t-shirts for them, shorts for them, leather jackets for Burlington, fucking TJ Maxx, fucking, bro, all them shits. Even Dillard's. There was some shit called...
Okay, wait. So how the fuck did you make me 2 jackets?
So, again, the creativity just be flowing, bro. I can't control it. Once, like, anybody that knows me and seen how I create, even my sisters, my moms, they'll tell you to this day, bro, I'll take a nap from like 7 p.m. to like 10 p.m. And I'm working on the computer from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m., 6 a.m., just creating. Bro, that shit doesn't stop for me, honestly. There's days where I have to shut it off and be like, yo, I got designer's block. But other days, nigga, I'm just letting that shit. I could be on the computer 4 or 5 days straight. that 6-7 day nigga, I'm just resting my eyes just to recharge, and I'm back on it.
Yo, how many texts do you got from me? I'm like, yo, this person wants a jacket. This person wants a jacket. Because anytime I wear those, I got 2 jackets. We got to get a third one, by the way. We won't make that happen. So I got 2. Anytime I wear those jackets, bro, you cannot find it because there's one of one. You helped me design my first jacket. You was like, yo, what you want to do? I'm like, well, my name is Abby. I need an 8. My favorite number is 5. I need a 5. You was like, what else? And then you start showing me. I said, oh, Top Gun, my favorite movie. And then you was like, yo, this is a Marine patch. You want to show Eddie Love? I want to show Eddie Love. Let me get that Marine patch. So it was just, anytime I wear any one of those jackets, it's just, yo, where you get that from? I'm like, IG right here.
Now check it. Me and Rock are Celtic fans. So when LaVie started, me and Rock, LaVie had dropped a bubble jacket that had patches on it. So Fausto had took me and Rock to a patch store. Bro, that shit blew my mind.
You didn't even know that exists.
Yeah, I didn't know that patches was a thing. Honestly, I was like, I thought, So, bro, I've been collecting patches since like 2008.
Nice.
So from 2008 to when I moved to Cali, I had a trunk, like a little toy chest full of patches. Mad years, like, bro. Me and Rock, we went to the Celtics game one time up in Boston. We even went to the old Polo store, racked up, nigga. We spent probably like $200 to $300 just on patches. Like, yo, nobody's gonna find these patches. Like, to this day, bro, I've still got those patches in the crib, like just in the toy, like just, bro. It's crazy that I'm ready to pull shit out right now. Just like, you know what? I have like 3 orders right now to do jackets, but I'm in New York working. Once I get back to Cali, it's over. I'm bringing them shits out. But bro, I've been collecting since 2008 to now patches. So just imagine how much patches that I've been fucking dealing with.
That's dope, bro.
I've been dealing with so many patches that I got factory niggas on in my DMs. Like, yo, how can we work with you and all that shit? It was times when I'll hit up these factories, like, if I have a patch that you wanted on your jacket, I'll hit up those factories like, listen, my client wants this, and that. Can you help me? Bro, they'll send me a bag, like a little Ziploc bag with like 20 to 25 patches of that same patch. I was like, oh, I ain't even got to pay for it. All I got to do is tag these niggas and show them love. That's it. So, bro, it was just like that. Just give me, I'll tell you, probably give me a week or 2 weeks tops to get your jacket done. And, nigga, we super good.
Nigga, you could break into my house. Don't take my fucking JP jackets. Don't take my medal. I did a marathon medal. Don't take that. You can take the Xbox. You can have my TV, whatever the fuck. Don't touch my one-of-one jackets, and don't touch my fucking medal. But yo, that's beautiful, man. I'm fucking super proud of you. So let's move on, because I know you could do this. You could talk about fucking the designer shit all day. Let's talk about how in the world did you end up in Oklahoma?
Oh, man. Shout out to my man Dustin. Shout out to Django. The whole Oklahoma Kush team. They opened arms with me. So Chasen introduced me to a videographer, a young director. His name is Riley. And he wanted to start a brand with me. This young director, Riley, he was doing commercials for H&M. What's that camping product company?
LL Bean? Eddie Bauer?
Not LL Bean, but it's a camping company. It's, I think, Coleman's, right? Coleman's?
I think so.
They do tents and shit. So, nigga, the nigga was tapped in with all these big brands, bro. H&M, Gap. He did commercials with Yeezy, Dre Beats, and all that shit. So in my head, again, it was another play where, all right, the nigga with Chasing Jones, I was like, yo, we create a brand. You could put it on all the artists that Steve Lobel manages. It was easy. Then, a few years later, me and Chasen had a falling out. All the people that I met through Chase, they had reached out to me. I'm not the type to reach out to anybody. Like, you know that. I don't reach out to anybody. It was just, so the nigga Chase, everybody that I met through Chase was like, yo, what's good? They follow me on the gram, but they ain't have my number. I always switched up my numbers every like year or year and a half. So they followed me on IG. They was like, yo, I'm trying to get in contact with you, bro. I got an opportunity for you. This is Riley. So the nigga Riley reached out to me. He was like, yo, bro, I need your help. I'm doing all these commercials with all these artists, all these big companies. I want to start a brand with you. I was like, all right. Again, I seen the vid like, oh shit, this is a longevity play. If you're doing shit for H&M, I could throw one of my t-shirts on the H&M model, you know, for the commercial, Coleman's. So we started a brand called Bobby Lee, which was basically a tribute to his, if I don't remember, his aunt and uncle. We started that brand. We started doing vintage tees, taking vintage images, covering their eyes, and just producing shit like that. So we threw an event in we started probably the brand in 2017, and 2 years we did an event around before Christmas of 2019. And the shit blew up, bro. The shit, like, we got NBA players wearing it. We got NFL players wearing it. And shout out to my other mans, Vic and Chris. They both stylists that I met through Riley, because they were styling NBA players, baseball players, and all that. They were just basically throwing on, because they was fucking with the brand. All the designs so heavy that they was like, you know what? I might as well just throw these. Like, these are my man shit. My man shit is fire. I'm going to throw it on all these baseball players, basketball players, for just to show them love.
Yep.
So we threw an event. We was like, yo, it's time to at least show love to LA and throw an event. We did an event in December of 2019. This was before the pandemic hit. And we did the event, and in the lead up to that event, my partner's Dustin's wifey, Chris, at the time, me, Riley, Chris, and another girl named Gabby. She was she's one of the lead. I think she's like a visual for Adidas.
Mm-hmm.
And the girl Christine, shout out to Christine and Gabby. They it's us four in the group chat, and we just talking ideas for the pop-up event in Cali for Bobby Lee. So once we talking ideas, we executed. The two girls, they asked me like, yo, bro, we need graphics for this. We need this t-shirt design. I'm creating all the back end work. You feel me? They took care of all of the physical work. So that time they curated the whole event, and the shit was a success. The nigga Riley, he ended up throwing a thank you dinner for everybody that put the event together.
Okay.
So we go to Riley's crib, and we having dinner there, and I'm talking to Chris, because I met her at the pop-up, but I didn't meet her husband, her man at the time. I just met her. And when we had dinner, she's like, yo, JP, so what other projects that you working on? So I was like, oh, I did this, I did that, I did this. She was like, oh, okay. She was like, yo, you worked with any streetwear brand? I was like, yeah, I worked with a brand called D9. They located in New York and LA. She looked at me, she was like, D9? I was like, yeah, D9. She was like, you know Jada and Vanessa? And at the time, those were two sales reps for the brand. I was like, yeah, I know Jada and Vanessa. She was like, what years you was designing for them? I was like, I was designing from like 2015 to like 2018. She was like, nigga, I was buying all the shit that you was designing. I looked at her, I was like, what? So basically, nice. The store that she was working for, she was buying all the shit. But bro, she never knew the designer. So while me and her put two and two together, like, oh shit, like, I did projects for the store that you worked in. At the time, she was working for a store named Tradition. Nice. So we got cool. We was like, yo, she was like, yo, that's fire. I didn't know that. Whatever. Fast forward, probably like a few days later, the nigga Riley hits me up and was like, yo, I got my man. He wants to sit down, because he reached down and was like, yo, I need to know who's designing Bobby Lee shit. And I was like, set it to me. Like, bro, my thing is, I don't look for outside work. everything just happens to be word of mouth. Like, you know, like your jacket. Like, yo, who did that jacket? If you send me somebody on your behalf, I'm gonna show off on your behalf. Like, I'm not gonna fuck them over. I'm gonna show them love because I've sent them. And they're
Nice.
gonna, you know, that's just me. That's the type of person I am. I'm gonna show them love because they always gonna come back. That door is revolving all the time. Just
Yep.
all the time. So when Riley was like, yo, I just want to introduce you to my man Dustin. I was like, all right. We go to this taco spot and we sat there and he's telling me, yo, he's telling me this idea for a documentary that him and Riley's working on. Some cannabis documentary. Which I'm dropping clothing. Well, we dropping clothing later on this year. It's called Hunger of the Trap. The documentary was called HOTT, HOTT, abbreviated Hunger of the Trap.
Okay.
So we designed. He was like, "Yo, I need a logo for this documentary. How can you do it, bro?" I got my laptop while we at dinner talking. I'm whipping up the designs right there. Like, nigga, I ain't got no time to play. Like, I already ate lunch. We talking. So, nigga, I'm designing the whole shit right there. And I'm like, yo, this is what I could do. I turned the computer to him, my laptop. He was like, he looking at me like, yo, you just did that? I said, nigga, I'm doing that shit right now. Like, right now. I'm not creating, like, I'm creating on the fly right now. Like, what do you want to do?
Freestyle,
Yeah,
baby.
what do you want to do? Like, nigga, I'm ready to rock and roll. And if I know the documentary is going to be what it is, I need to have my name all over that shit. So, he was like, yo, send me these files. I'm going to sit on these. Fast forward a few days later, after dinner, he called me. Dustin called me directly. He was like, yo, bro, he texted me like, yo, do you have time to talk later tonight? You know, I wanna pitch something to you. I got an idea. So I was like, all right. We get on the phone and he was like, yo, basically his wifey is Christine. And Dustin was like, yo, I need somebody to create, not only for the documentary, but I need somebody to create merch and clothing for this other shit I got going on. So Chris was like, yo, reach out to Riley's designer. He was like, who? He was like, JP. Reach out to JP. The nigga's dope as fuck. He was like, yo. So he was asking her, like, you sure? She was like, nigga, I was buying most of the work. Like, all his designs, I was putting in my store. Reach out to that nigga. You be a fool not to reach out to that nigga. So he called me on FaceTime, and he was like, yo, my girl Christine was telling me to hit you up. Like, but I don't know how much you got on your plate, but I wanted to run this by. Like, what you doing this day? Like, can you come to the crib? I want, you know, Christine's going to cook for us, and I want to show put you on a game. He's like, all right. So we talked. I told him, all right. So I finished the Hunger of the Trap logo. We finalized that. Fast forward, when I get to his crib, we talking. He was like, yo, bro, you're the missing link to what I got going on in Oklahoma. So I'm looking at him like, I've never been to Oklahoma, and I don't know what is it that you need me to do. He was like, I don't need you to do nothing different than what you're doing right now. I just need for you to create content, graphics, merch, anything needed to make this brand pop. So I was like, oh, in the back of my mind, I was like, my man right here is offering me a whole state to play with. Like, bro, you don't get that opportunity. Like, these are once in a lifetime opportunities. Like, nigga, I ain't think about Cali. I just bounced. My man came to me and was like, nigga, we're about to create a brand in Oklahoma, shut shit down out there, and I want you to be a part of it. It was like, oh, yeah. Say no more. What is it that you need?
Nice.
Everybody, bro, me, Dustin, Django, we all in the same age group, and we all fuck with the same things. We listen to the same music, fuck with the same clothes. You know, we into the same shit. I'm into clothing. They in the cannabis industry. They know more about cannabis more than me. I know more about the merch shit more than them. So it was like a beautiful marriage. It was like, yo, bro, you're the missing link. So once we started rocking, nigga, we created Oklahoma Kush, which the aesthetics now, you see the colors is mimicking, like, is inspired by the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yep.
At first, we try to use the Oklahoma City Thunder logo, right? But the Thunder had reached out.
That shit got dead. That shit got dead quick.
So we was like, yo, we got to pivot off that. we got to create something else. But we was like, yo, we need something to stand firm. Like, we don't need no logos. We don't need no fucking characters. We just need something that's going to give Oklahoma that, yo, this is Oklahoma. Like, this is me right here.
Yep.
I never been to Oklahoma. So I was like, you know what? Nigga, we stuck with the word Oklahoma Kush. Just that collegiate font, simple, basic, nigga, straight to the point, and in the Oklahoma City Thunder colors. Bro, shit was a hit. To this day, bro, nigga, it just, now, you know, it's more about ownership, partnership. It's a beautiful marriage, bro. I can't complain. Like,
so okay, so let me understand something. So it's Oklahoma Kush, and it's legalized, correct?
Oklahoma is legalized, but it's a medicinal market. It's a medicine. It's a medicinal state. Okay. So it's not recreational like Cali, where anybody could fly in the state and, you know, buy weed at their leisure. Like, you gotta live in the state, or you gotta know somebody in the States to actually get you flower. So it just so happened that my mans, Dustin and Django, they was already tapped in with the state because they was already expanding businesses, and they just, you know, just grew relationships where whenever they needed something, they just reach out to the niggas that they knew in the state. And me knowing them, every time I go to Oklahoma, I know them, which eventually led to me knowing everybody else. It was easy for me, like, yo, I need flour. Bro, that shit is, now is that to the point that it's disgusting that I have arm's reach to how much flour that I have access to.
That's so dope,
it's a beautiful thing. Like, I can't complain, bro. I'm beyond blessed, beyond measured. Like, bro, I can't. And so, again, shout out to Dustin and Django for even bringing that opportunity to me.
No, yeah, everything is a blessing, bro. Everything's a blessing. So Cali is what? You still got things going on in Cali? Are you flying all over the place, or right now you focus in Oklahoma?
I'm flying all over the place, bro. I visit. I ain't playing, bro.
Yo, that's dope,
I want my name to be everywhere. I'm
that's
one of the
true. That's
on
true.
The back. I want my, like. There's a
Look,
lot of
not right now.
There's a lot of people that like the lights, the glamour. They want to be front street. Me, I'm behind the scenes of a lot of projects. So, you know, I don't get caught up in the lights because, you know, that shit change people. You know, they get egotistical. Like, you know, I did this for you, I did that for you, bro. You have no idea what I'm working on. People can only go off what I post on IG or what I tell them. You understand? Through private conversations. But other than that, bro, you have no idea what the fuck I'm tapped in with.
No, I like it like that, bro. I knew. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something right now, bro. And I mean this because, you know, I've always kept it real in life, period. But when I started this, this idea, and I always say it, you know, I started this, you know, more for therapy because, you know, sometimes, you know, I'll be depressed and shit. So this is more for therapy for me. But now it's becoming fun. It's working, and you were one of my first top 5, or I would say, you know, top 6, 7, 8, whatever calls. And, you know, as soon as I asked you, you know, you was like, hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? Let's do this. And you know, I'm very, very grateful because I know. Because let me, you know what? I'm gonna, since we're talking creative stuff, let me give you my creative interview process. So what I do is I think about all my friends, right? And, you know, not in one day. I'm talking about what I'm driving, when I'm cooking, whatever I'm doing. I'm thinking about all my friends. And little by little, Kayla was the first one because I was scared of death, and she was the test dummy. And it's a fact. Like right now, I'm way calm. I could talk to you forever. But that first two, I would say the first episode. The second one was cool because my brother helped me out and he carried the conversation.
That was dope, though. By the way,
I was shitting bricks, bro.
That was dope, though. I mean, I can understand Kayla because she was breaking the ice for you. But the second one showed more of a vulnerable side because again, it was like you could probably usually other interviews they'll probably wait until they get real comfortable. But you went from your daughter straight to your brother. And then by that transition, for me, outside looking in, just from going from your brother, from your daughter to your brother, it showed so much comfortability within you. Like, yo, I was like, it showed like, yo, I'm mad comfortable. I'm gonna do it. Go ahead and do it. And now, after that second one, after you got your daughter and your brother out the way, shit is a breeze right now.
I come, no. Check this out. Look at how I killed them. I killed them like this. Check it out. So Kayla, I'm shitting bricks. My daughter, my daughter, I'm shitting bricks. My brother, I'm still like, I'm on the ropes. And then I come with Frank, the fucking GOAT. That nigga's interview, everyone was, that shit was dope. I didn't know that about you. I didn't know you and Frank had beef. And I'm like, bro, just because we love each other now, we have a backstory. Everyone, to this day, bro, everyone loves that episode. And, I think Frank, and I know, since we're talking about Riches to Rags, what is, because I know that when you come to New York, you always touch base, and you go to Wheeler and you touch base with Frank. What is the chemistry and the friendship that you have with him and his brand? Like, what is that about?
Again, Frank reached out because Frank seen that I was doing most, like, when I left to Cali to do the clothing shit, that probably sparked the eye in everybody's eyes. Like, yo, this nigga's serious. Like, nobody's gonna leave New York to go to the other side of the world to do clothing.
Yep.
But it was more so me, like, again, it was more so about traveling. It was not about the work. It was just, I want to travel. Like, I've never been to Cali, so at least, even if I would have failed at that job,
you was in Cali for 6 months and you got fired, but fuck it, I got a 6 months of stories.
Yeah, so it was like, if I come back, I got the experience that I lived in Cali. Now, whatever happens, I'll just move on from then. Gratefully, nigga, none of that shit. Like, bro, I've been in Cali for 9 years. But back to Frank. Frank was always reaching out to me like, yo, you tapped in on doing shit legit. Like, nigga, I need your help on creating shit for Riches to Rags. So Frank reached out and was like, yo, can you do this for me? Can you do that for me? And I was like, yeah, nigga, like, I'm already, again, Frank always looked out for me. So there was times where I was like, nigga, I'm not even trying to look to get paid. You understand? Like, nigga, this is my man shit. If I could help, if I'm already doing that, I might as well.
Why not? Yeah.
Yeah, like, I'm already doing what he's in need of. Nigga, let me just go ahead and do it. What is it that you need? I need t-shirt design. I need a hat design. I need a patch design and all that shit. So it was like, all right, like, nigga, you putting me in a position that I love to do, which goes
It was easy. It was easy.
Yeah, so it was like, everybody, if you come up to me and be like, yo, I need a jacket done. I need a logo done. Bro, I love to create. And then it comes back to love what you do.
New jacket on the way.
Oh yeah, new jacket.
But back to the point, because I digress like a motherfucker. The fact that I as soon as I asked you, you was like, hell yeah, just give me a date. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that, bro, because and back to Frank, he hits me up all the time like, yo, keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Right now it seems small. Right now it seems like some bullshit, but you know what? You never know. Just keep doing it. Keep doing it. And, bro, I'm booked till September 23rd.
Look at that, nigga.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I was just talking to my homegirl, Tasha, the other day. She was like, nigga, you booked till the September? She said, that means for every Friday, from now to September 23rd, you have to be on live at 8 o'clock. I said, yep. My Fridays at 8 o'clock is done. And depending on how the conversation goes, nigga, we've been talking for an hour and a half. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? Some interviews might be a half hour. Some might be an hour. Some might be 45 minutes. I don't know.
Bro, and this is a quote that I always live by. You sacrifice for what you want, or what you want will be sacrificed.
Nice.
So it's like you sacrificing your Fridays, which, you could have been doing anything else, but you chose to interview all the people you reached out to just to give them a platform to tell their story. which, you know, again, I'm grateful for. And I appreciate you even reaching out, thinking about me.
Yo, my man. If my mom's is in here, probably, right? When this shit started, and I got my first, let's say my first 10 guests, right? I'm like, yo, mom, why are people fucking with me? Like, I don't know. I'm thinking people are gonna be like, nah, nigga, get the fuck out of that bullshit. Yo, everyone that not everyone, I got a couple of no's. It's okay. But, bro, I got people like, yo, let's do it. Let's do it. And yo, that's how you know. That's how you know. When you go back to your mom's, it's because you kind of nervous or scared or surprised. And yo, my mom's is like, bro, people got something to say. People got something to say. And I'm like, but why do you want to talk to me? She was like, I don't know. Just go with it, nigga. And, you know, a lot of my guests hit me up.
A lot of magical shit happens when you go with that scared feeling. Just go ride with it. A lot of magical shit happens.
I've had people tell me, bro, I don't like talking. I opened up. I was talking to you, and I felt comfortable. You know, you know, like I said, Kayla was easy. My brother, you know, he told me. My brother was like, bro, thank you. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I just want to thank you. You know, we could wrap this up because I know we've been here for a while. You know, just wrap it up, and you know, as much as you want to say, you know, what's in the future for you, brother?
Shit, it's a lot. I got
just
more
just give us a little bit, not too much. Don't give too much away.
I'm still traveling. Hopefully, Oklahoma Kush. We gonna be expanding that. Love What You Do, Dream, still gonna be expanded, which I'm dropping a nice little.
Let them know what happened. Oh, by the way, people, I don't want you to think that this hoodie is there by mistake. My man, that's his hoodie. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, there's a lot of classic shit going on.
Don't get it. They don't know, son. Dream, baby.
Yeah.
Dream, baby. They don't know.
They don't know, bro. You know what's so crazy? That the reason why I started slapping Dream on shit, because, you know, I'm following my dream, but I wanted everybody to have a piece of my dream. But look, classic shit, nigga.
I could do this all day.
Yeah. But I was gonna go and you know, Rob Kardashian.
Custom.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Dream, baby. Dream. Wow. Yes, I'm a Patriots fan, haters. Yes, I'm a Patriots fan, haters.
So it's crazy because when I went to do the paperwork for Dream, the Rob Kardashian and his baby mom, Black China, they named their daughter Dream.
Oh.
So they already had taken that to be used for clothing and all that shit. So in my mind, I'm like, damn. Everybody's so used to the Dream logo. So then I had a pivot and was like, Love What You Do. So the Love What You Do, it comes out to what you have on ET. I rock with the letters LWID, which that's the company's name, and Dream is just a logo under the company. So just so I don't have no issues later down the line, you know, it was more so paperwork, so I don't have to come down, you know, because I don't want to deal with no Kardashian. That nigga, I don't have paper like that.
Nah, they just won. Speaking of Black China, they just beat Black China in court, so we don't want to fight with them. We don't want to fight with them.
Especially Dream, like you can have it for your daughter, bro. Your daughter's not gonna have Love What You Do though. That's something that I'll take. But
exactly,
yeah, bro. Anything for the future, bro. It's just more states, more work. I'm scared, bro. I really don't know. I don't know, bro.
You just told me being scared brings good things, bro.
Yeah, like it's a good scare. So I can only just whatever happens, bro, I just take it on the chin, you know. I just keep moving, keep my stride, and
just continue to be great, baby.
Yeah, bro.
Yo, thank you, brother. Yo,
I appreciate you.
I want to have, brother. I want to have of good, beautiful story, brother. Yeah. Beautiful story, brother. And you know, whenever you want to come back, hit me up. You know, whenever you got something else going, hit me up. You know, hopefully I'm still here.
After September. I'll be around after September.
Yeah, bro. But I appreciate you, bro. You know, episode 6, people. That's a wrap. JP, love what you do, my brother. Love you forever, baby.
Appreciate you. Love is love, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you again.
One love.
Love.
Peace.